to all the veterans who have served this great country. Today, we would like to recognize the Ziegler family, whose father, Petty Officer First Class Chardell Ziegler, has served in the U.S. Navy for 20 years and is currently employed for the next 8 months aboard the USS Harry S. Truman before his retirement.
I'm just being here. We've always told them that this is just a season. I support you and I'm so proud of you and thank you for serving our country.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Todd, Brianna, Malcolm, Reagan, and Matthew, the Ziegler family. Okay, guys, if you would, please direct your attention to the video boards as we have a very special surprise message from your dad. Sorry about that, folks. Hey, listen, you know what? It is homecoming, and it's homecoming here in Carolina. Guess what? You can. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the Ziegler family and the service to our country.
There you go! How are you?
Good.
Can you stand up? Yes? Good?
Yep.
Let me see.
No, you can stand up. On your good leg only, Bilal. Go ahead. Stand up. There you go.
Legs.
Hey, it's great to see you.
Deep down.
Well,
Army Captain Scott Schwartz waited with nervous excitement to see his wife and daughter.
I'm nervous at the first date.
After being deployed in Afghanistan for a year, he devised a plan to surprise his wife, a 5th grade teacher, and his young daughter at their Anna Elementary School. All 600 students gathered for what they thought was an award ceremony, not knowing who was behind the curtain.
I was shocked. Scott was supposed to be home on Saturday or Sunday, which worked out perfectly because I wouldn't have to miss any work. And I couldn't believe it when I saw him. It's just been a really long year. So I'm really glad to have him back.
The looks on both of their faces was priceless. I didn't expect quite such a showing. I thought maybe I'd walk into her class and surprise her. Probably comparable to when the doors open in the church. And I saw my bride for the first time. It's great.
The school principal gave a message for students in the crowd.
For our veterans, they do a lot of things for us that we never see. Freedom is never free. And we have brave men and women that go out every day and make sure that you and I don't have to worry about those things. Whatever expectations I have of coming home and being and surprising Rebecca is far outweighed by the first moment when you see your wife and child again.
The moments that we come back together in the homecoming is incredibly joyful. And it doesn't really make it worth it, but it makes us whole again. And that's all I can really ask.
Admit it always makes for such great video, but it always comes with a disclaimer because soldier homecomings are always so emotional.
The one you're about to see is sure to send chills down your spine. Watch this. Army Captain Jane Renee, also known as J.R. Lund, a Wausau native, surprised her 13-year-old daughter during a break in Saturday's Wisconsin Badger game at Camp Randall Stadium. Now watch close. The girl doesn't know her mom's right behind her. She spent 6 months overseas in Afghanistan and arrived back on U.S. soil about a week ago. Lund hadn't seen her daughter since April. That's until she ran out onto the field. It was awesome. I was lucky enough to be there, and the announcer described what Lund has all accomplished, and then he said, and she's expected back in Wisconsin in October. But you know, sometimes...
I knew you could come home this year.
I knew I could come home this year too. This is where John lives?
Yeah, so excited.
Oh yeah. What are we gonna do?
Surprise him.
Surprise him?
Yes.
Numerous 9/11 observances were held at East Texas High School football games on Friday, from honor guards to moments of silence to first responders performing the coin toss. But one family in the crowd at Pittsburgh had a moment they'll never forget.
It was our 20-year class reunion, homecoming. So it was part of that. When the Boy Scouts were coming out and I saw a man in uniform, I thought, oh, that's really cool. They've got, a service member here.
Air Force Chief Master Sergeant Glenn Cottrell secretly arranged his homecoming to surprise Amber on their 16th wedding anniversary by sneaking into the stadium with the honor guard.
We welcome this evening United States Air Force Chief Master Sergeant Chuck Cottrell. Sergeant Cottrell has been in Kuwait for Operation Inherent Resolve, battling ISIS.
I realized when I looked at the schedule on heading back home that I was going to miss her reunion and our anniversary. No one out in the family outside of my daughter had a clue. All at once I saw her coming, and she was picking up speed.
Cottrell's family was totally overwhelmed.
Shock, utter shock. I don't think I thought anything at that point other than we have to go down there. All you can think of is my husband is on the field and I have to get to him.
The sergeant says it was well worth it.
It just fell into place. It was perfect.
To me, that is the most thoughtful thing that he could do. So happy to be back together as a family again.
Bob Hallmark, East Texas News Weekend.
Hey, Grandpa, I bought you something special for Christmas. The guy just delivered it. Whoa!
Why is it lying?
She's like all mad now.
Thank you. Hey, Grandma couldn't get you guys anything.
Oh, this is the best present ever.
I got you the best Christmas present we could find.
Did you know about this? No? I just texted you like 5 minutes ago.
No?
No.
Oh. So is that not the best Christmas present you guys could find? I was going to wrap him and put him under the tree.
That would look a little weird.
Thank you, Grant. A local teacher got a big surprise during an assembly at her school this afternoon.
Tammy Eggers, a kindergarten teacher at North Elementary School, thought she was going to a school assembly, but it turned out to be much more. As you just saw, her son, 19-year-old Airman First Class Justin Barkley, surprised his mom. Justin hasn't seen his mom in 9 months. He actually made it back to the States about 2 weeks ago, but he didn't tell his mom he was home. Uh-oh. He'll have to return to his duty station in 2 weeks. Should have probably told Mom. I don't know.
Well, that was a great reunion too, though, wasn't it?
It is homecoming weekend here at Noonday Park for the Blackwell Bears, but one of the Bears certainly wasn't expecting this homecoming.
You know, already kind of amped up and excited, and then see his dad for the first time in a year, that would have kind of put him over the top. And so I really wanted him to have the full experience of a welcome home.
The name of Staff Sergeant Kelvin Sanders was called right before the coin toss. Hearing that, his son ran to him. It was the first time they'd seen each other without a computer screen in a year.
And I saw Xavier's face like light up, and he was like, you know, so surprising. So it really, it was really heartfelt for me.
Yeah, it was pretty tough, you know, it was really emotional, you know, so I don't know, it turned out to be pretty good.
Those who saw it were moved as well.
It's just beautiful. It's something that I've always seen on TV but never had a chance to see in person. Makes me proud to be an American, and I feel very privileged.
Now his dad says the privileges will all go to Xavier. Another reason for him to keep dancing.
Just whatever you want to do, just wherever you want to go eat, wherever you want to go play, just let him enjoy himself, you know, just be there for him, you know.
Well, we play on the Wii, and we play board games.
It's definitely going to be a whole new world for Xavier to be able to see his dad constantly as he hasn't before.
Mark McAfee in Kennesaw for 11 Alive News.